Anna would disappear in Austria. Not because she was taken. Not because she was hunted. But because she stayed. The mountains didn't warn her. The lake didn't reflect the truth. And the man watching her never rushed. She believed danger arrived loudly. With threats. With fear you could outrun. She was wrong. He learned her routines before learning her name. He noticed the exits she always measured. He recognized the silence she carried from somewhere else. And when he finally stood beside her. Calm, precise, inevitable. Nothing felt wrong. That was the trap. If someone knew what you were running from, and still stepped closer, would you feel safe? Or chosen? Because in Zelensky, love didn't arrive like rescue. It arrived like a decision. And by the time Anna realized, she had been decided. Austria had already closed around her. Anna would disappear in Austria. Not suddenly. Not violently. Quietly. The kind of disappearance that leaves no struggle behind. No evidence of fear. Only unanswered questions. She would not be missed at first. That was the most dangerous part. Because people only search when they believe something was taken. Anna was not taken. She was chosen. And long before she arrived in Austria, someone had already decided how close she would get. To the edge of herself. If you knew how your story ended, would you still step forward? Anna did. Austria welcomed her without suspicion. Mountains stood tall and indifferent. The air was clean. The silence felt intentional. Zelensky looked like a place where nothing bad could survive. That illusion settled easily into Anna's chest. She told herself she was safe here. That distance was the same as escape. That beauty meant peace. But places like this didn't protect people. They hid things. Anna walked slowly, absorbing the stillness. She stayed aware of exits. She always did. She didn't notice the man at first. That, too, would matter later. He noticed her immediately. Not because she was loud. Not because she demanded attention. Because she didn't. He watched the way she paused before entering rooms. The way she scanned reflections instead of faces. The way she carried herself like someone who had already learned what mistakes cost. He didn't approach. He didn't follow. He allowed proximity to do the work. Anna felt it before she understood it. That sensation of being recognized. Without being seen. She dismissed it. People always did. Have you ever felt watched? Without ever catching a gaze? Anna had. And she stayed anyway. Their paths crossed repeatedly. Too often to feel accidental. Not often enough to feel forced. Always at the edges of her awareness. Sometimes he was already there. Sometimes he appeared moments after she arrived. Never blocking. Never pursuing. Just present. Anna told herself she was imagining patterns. She told herself Austria felt smaller than expected. But patterns don't imagine themselves. And Leo never believed in coincidence. Not after everything. When Anna finally noticed him fully, it wasn't attraction that settled in her chest. It was familiarity. As if her instincts recognized him. Before her mind could object. He carried himself with certainty. Not confidence. Certainty was quieter. More dangerous. He didn't study her openly. He didn't need to. He already knew which direction she would turn. Which silence she would keep. Which truths she would never volunteer. And Anna felt something shift. Not fear. Awareness. Is it worse to be desired? Or to be understood too well? Anna didn't know yet. But she would. That night, Anna stood near the lake. Zelensky reflected the sky perfectly. Nothing beneath the surface revealed itself. She felt calm. That should have frightened her. Somewhere nearby, Leo watched the water too. He wasn't waiting for her to notice him. He was deciding something. Not whether she mattered. That had already been answered. He was deciding how long she would belong to herself. And Anna, unaware of the choice forming around her, breathed in the stillness. And mistook it for safety. Because danger doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes. It simply stays close enough. To be chosen. Zelensky began to feel smaller. Not because the town had changed. but because Anna's awareness had. She started noticing how often Leo appeared where she already planned to be. How rarely she felt alone now. How calm the world felt when he was nearby. Calm can be addictive. It convinces the body before the mind catches up. Anna told herself this was connection. That familiarity was forming naturally. She ignored the subtle truth. Nothing about this was unfolding. It was aligning. Have you ever mistaken predictability for comfort? Anna did. Leo never crowded her. He never hurried her steps or slowed them. He simply adjusted his pace to match hers. When she moved, he moved. When she stopped, the world seemed to wait. People like Leo didn't take control. They removed alternatives. And Anna felt herself relaxing into fewer choices. The fewer choices she noticed, the safer everything felt. Anna sensed someone else. A presence not calm. Not patient. Watching from distance. Measuring without warmth. The feeling appeared suddenly, then vanished just as quickly. Leo noticed it too. He did nothing. Protection, to him, wasn't always intervention. Sometimes it was observation. Sometimes it was waiting to see how dangerous something truly was. And sometimes it was letting fear sharpen someone's dependency. Zalem Sea glowed softly in the evenings. Reflections stretched endlessly across the lake. Anna felt close to something she didn't want to name. Not love. Dependence was quieter than love. More patient. Leo offered presence, not reassurance. Stability, not explanation. He never promised her anything. That was what made him feel trustworthy. If someone never lies, but also never explains, are they honest? Anna believed he was. For now. Anna began altering her routines without realizing it. Avoiding paths that felt too exposed. Choosing places where Leo already felt familiar. Timing her movements around moments she knew would feel calm. This wasn't obedience. It was adaptation. And Leo noticed the shift immediately. Not with satisfaction. With confirmation. She was learning. Anna wondered what Leo knew about her. He never asked about her past. Never pressed for stories. Yet sometimes he looked at her. As if he already understood where her fear lived. She sensed he knew more than he should. But knowing didn't feel threatening. It felt intimate. Is intimacy still safe? When it arrives without consent? Anna didn't ask. She didn't want to hear the answer. Leo introduced the idea of leaving Zalem Sea. Not as suggestion. Not as invitation. As inevitability. He spoke of a place beneath the mountains. A place where truths echoed louder than lies. A cave. Anna felt hesitation immediately. The kind that comes before understanding. Leo didn't push. He never needed to. He allowed the thought to take root. Anna agreed before she realized she had decided. That unsettled her. She told herself curiosity was responsible. That trust had earned its place. But deep down, something older stirred. A quiet warning. Leo sensed it. And for the first time, he felt something close to urgency. Not fear of losing her. Fear of losing control over how she arrived. The days leading to their departure felt heavier. Silences stretched longer. The lake reflected less. Anna noticed Leo watching her more closely now. Not possessive. Evaluative. As if measuring whether she would break above ground. Or below it. When someone watches you this closely, are they protecting you? Or preparing you? Anna still believed in the first. She was wrong. On the final night in Zalem Sea, Anna stood by the water once more. The calm no longer soothed her. It felt staged. She understood something then. Zalem Sea had never been safe. It had been a waiting room. And Leo had never followed her. He had guided her. The mountains loomed silently. The lake offered no reflection now. And Anna realized. She wasn't being taken underground. She was walking there willingly. The mountains opened without ceremony. No warning. No grandeur. Just an entrance that felt less like discovery. And more like invitation. The mammoth cave did not echo with mystery. It absorbed sound. Anna felt the air change immediately. Heavier. Colder. Intentional. Places like this did not exist to be explored. They existed to contain. Leo moved ahead with certainty. Not familiarity. Certainty implied ownership. Have you ever followed someone into a place you already knew you shouldn't? Anna did. Artificial light carved narrow paths through darkness. Walls closed in without moving. The cave breathed slowly. Anna noticed how calm Leo seemed. Too calm. People revealed their truest selves when there was nowhere to escape. And Leo revealed nothing. He walked as if the darkness belonged to him. As if it recognized him. The cave told stories. Not with words. With absence. Places where the ground was disturbed. Spaces that felt avoided rather than unexplored. Anna sensed history pressing close. Not ancient history. Recent. The kind no one documented. The kind that ended quietly. Leo did not point anything out. He never needed to. Silence carried more weight than explanation. Anna understood something slowly. Leo hadn't brought her here to show her anything. He brought her here to feel something. Small. Dependent. Contained. The cave did what he never had to. It removed distance. Is love still gentle when it relies on fear to feel complete? Anna's chest tightened. Not panic. Recognition. Here, beneath the mountain. Leo changed. Not visibly. But purpose sharpened him. Anna felt the difference. The way he watched her now was not curiosity. It was assessment. She realized Leo didn't believe in accidents. Not her arrival. Not her past. Not this moment. He believed people revealed themselves when they were pressed. And he was pressing. Anna saw it then. Not evidence. Understanding. Leo didn't rescue people. He selected them. He didn't protect. He controlled outcomes. The cave was not a threat. It was a demonstration. A place where Leo could be fully himself. Without interruption. When someone shows you who they truly are, what happens if you're already attached? Anna felt the answer forming. And it terrified her. Fragments surfaced. Not memories. Conclusions. Leo knew about her past mistake. The one she never spoke of. The one that followed her quietly. He hadn't judged it. He'd recognized it. Because he had done worse. And survived by raising consequences. Anna understood then. Leo didn't fear darkness. He cured it. The cave narrowed. The light dimmed further. Anna felt the weight of the mountain above her. And something heavier inside her. She could still leave. She knew that now. Physically, nothing stopped her. But choice is heavier when it costs safety. Leo waited. Not impatient. Certain. He knew she would emerge changed. One way or another. Anna stepped forward. Not because she was forced. But because she understood something at last. Some dangers don't chase you. They wait. Until you decide to stay. Leaving the cave did not feel like escape. It felt like permission. The daylight was harsh, almost unfamiliar. The air thinner. The world louder. Anna felt exposed. Not because someone might see her. But because she could see everything now. And she could no longer pretend she hadn't learned. Leo moved with quiet ease. Nothing had shaken him. The mountain had only confirmed what he already knew. The drive away from the mountains felt suspended in time. Anna watched the world pass. As if it no longer belonged to her. She understood something unsettling. Leo had never hidden who he was. He had simply waited for her to be ready to notice. Is truth less frightening when it arrives gradually? Or more? Innsbruck rose like a declaration. Sharp lines. Clean precision. Power arranged neatly in glass and stone. Here, nothing was accidental. Anna felt it immediately. This city moved for Leo. Not visibly. Subtly. Doors opened without hesitation. Spaces cleared without request. Influence was silent when it was absolute. Anna began to notice patterns. People deferred without understanding why. Systems adjusted without explanation. Obstacles dissolved before they formed. Leo existed inside a structure that protected him reflexively. Not loyalty. Fear wrapped in respect. Anna realized. Leo didn't need to chase anyone. The world created space for him. Information reached Anna quietly. Not revelations. Confirmations. People erased socially. Careers dissolved overnight. Records altered, rewritten, forgotten. Leo didn't destroy. He refined reality. The truth wasn't buried. It was edited. If history can be rewritten, what chance does a person have? Anna felt smaller than she ever had underground. Anna began planning to leave. Not impulsively. Carefully. Routes. Timing. Distance. For the first time since arriving in Austria, she thought ahead instead of reacting. Leo noticed immediately. Not because she acted differently. Because she hoped differently. He did nothing. Hope, to him, was informative. Leo allowed her freedom. Days passed without pressure. No surveillance felt visible. No barriers appeared. Anna mistook this for mercy. She didn't realize. This was the test. Leo needed to know whether she would choose him freely, or whether she needed to be contained. Anna's plans unraveled without resistance. Transportation delayed. Documents questioned. Opportunities evaporated. Nothing dramatic. Nothing traceable. Just enough to remind her. Escape wasn't forbidden. It was irrelevant. Leo never intervened. He didn't have to. The system responded instinctively. Anna understood the depth of his power. Not control. Inevitability. Leo didn't block exits. He removed destinations. He didn't cage people. He convinced them there was nowhere else to exist. What is freedom? When the world refuses to receive you. Anna felt the answer settle heavily. For the first time since the cave, Anna truly looked at Leo. Not searching. Understanding. There was no cruelty there. No anger. Only certainty. He had never lied. He had simply waited for her to learn the rules. Anna realized something more terrifying than control. Leo did not need her fear. He needed her consent. Not spoken. Internal. He would not force her to stay. He would let her decide what survival meant. Because love, to Leo, was not possession. It was alignment. Silence returned. Not the silence of Zalem Sea. Not the silence of the cave. This one was sharper. Anna felt it everywhere. In the rooms she occupied. In the streets that no longer felt open. In the future that refused to form. She understood now. This was not captivity. This was containment without walls. And Leo had stepped back completely. Days passed. Leo did not appear unexpectedly. Did not watch openly. Did not interfere. He had given her space. And in that space, Anna felt the full weight of reality. Freedom required somewhere to go. And the world beyond Leo had quietly closed its doors. What do you call a cage? When the door is open. But the outside no longer exists. Anna replayed everything. The lake. The patterns. The cave. Every moment rearranged itself into a single, undeniable truth. Leo had never escalated. He had revealed. Step by step. Layer by layer. He hadn't changed. She had. Anna understood Leo's greatest restraint. He could have forced permanence. He chose not to. Because force would cheapen the outcome. What he wanted was not obedience. It was recognition. He needed her to see the world as he did. And then decide whether she could live inside it. Anna stood before her final chance. It wasn't dramatic. No guards. No barriers. No threat. Just a moment where she could leave. The cost was clear. A life rebuilt from fragments. Isolation disguised as independence. Safety without protection. And behind her, Leo. Not waiting. Certain. The narrator does not answer. The story does not rush. Instead, the question settles fully. If love offers safety, but demands surrender, and freedom offers choice, but guarantees nothing, Which one is more dangerous? Anna breathed. And the world waited. Anna made her choice without movement. Without announcement. Without sound. It showed itself in what she did not do. A bag left untouched. A door not opened. A step never taken. Leo did not react. He never needed to. He had already accounted for every outcome. Except one. Anna's disappearance was never reported. Because nothing appeared wrong. Her life continued. Just, narrower. Safer. Quieter. Controlled. She was protected from chaos. Protected from mistakes. Protected from herself. Leo did not celebrate. He did not claim ownership. He adjusted his world to include her presence. That was his version of devotion. No grand gestures. Only permanence. Anna felt something unsettling. Not fear. Relief. Anna realized something she would never admit aloud. She had not lost her freedom. She had traded it. For certainty. For safety. For a man who would never abandon her. Even if she wanted him to. Is it still captivity? If you chose it. Austria remained beautiful. The mountains still watched. The cities still moved. Life continued exactly as before. Except Anna no longer looked for exits. And Leo no longer needed to watch her. Because the most dangerous thing had already happened. She stayed. Anna did not disappear that day. She simply became dangerously his.